There's one thing that average people will never understand. They will never understand the concept of being ambitious, of working for something that you can never see actually happen until it actually happens. Alright, look at it this way. You're painting a painting back there. You don't know what this painting is going to be. You keep adding elements on. Adding a tree, adding a river, adding a sun, adding the beach. Slowly but surely, you're making something. You're making something good. It looks pretty good. But you're adding more and more and more elements to your painting right here. Right? But you're not sure what the end product's going to look like. You're not sure if people are even going to like it or not. Because modern art nowadays, people don't understand the actual element of art, what it means to make something that's likable. So you make a painting, usually of yourself, and it's filled with many different elements of your life and of symbolisms and different things, elements and characters, but other people don't understand. Other people are criticizing you. Why are you spending all your time on this painting? Little do they know, that's your personal project. That's who you are. Because it doesn't matter if I can't see what this painting is going to look like. I know that I will make it work out. I know that this painting is a painting that I will work hard for. That even if I don't see anything happen yet, I will keep painting until that finished product is something that I like to see. Even if nobody else can take it. Even if nobody else says they like it. If I like it, that's enough. If I like it, I will keep it. Alright? Look at it that way, but not look at it this way. Think of that painting as you. Think of that painting as your goal. You can't see every step of the way, everything that you're going to add to that painting, but you do know that the end product is going to be something that you like, that I like, that I made sure that painting is what I liked. But there's one really important thing that average people will never understand, right? And that is hard work. You can never substitute hard work for anything. It doesn't matter what task you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're a cab driver or a plumber or a dishwasher. I was a dishwasher. My first year of college, my first job was a dishwasher. I was washing dishes, but I made sure that I washed those dishes to pristine perfection. It didn't matter if there was so many stains on it. It didn't matter if it was stinky. It didn't matter if it was stubborn to get off. It didn't matter if my hands were starting to crumple up or to wrinkle up. What mattered was that I got the task done. And that I got the task done with my hard work, with my pristine knowledge and putting the plates in pristine condition. That's what my goal was, and I accomplished that. It didn't matter what I was doing. It doesn't matter what you're going to do with your life. What matters is that you make sure that whatever you do it to perfection. I used to play sports, many different sports. And I made sure that I perfected every craft by learning every technical aspect. How to dribble a basketball, how to hit a tennis serve, how to run faster, how to run longer. I played every single sport, and I made sure that I did my absolute best. That I tried every possible way that I could to become the best that I could be. And sure, I could have spent more time to become better, right? But I don't do those things anymore. I don't stick to those passions because they're not my passions. But the thing is, you cannot substitute hard work for anything ever in life. If you try to take a shortcut to success, to your dreams, to your goals, every single time you try to take a shortcut, every single time you try and cut it short, cut it easy because it got a little difficult, because the path has some obstacles in the way, that you cut it short, you won't actually achieve the goal that you want. You will never. You think that trying less will only constitute for more progress, right? Some people think that only quality, consistent quality and quality and quality and quality will make sure that I get to where I want. But most of the time, people mistake quality for just wasting time. People mistake thinking that they're actually spending quality time on something. Say you're a person who spent quality time working out. You are running those miles. Quality, quality, quality. But then, if you only have one time a week, one time a month of running those miles, how does it make sense that you're going to run more, get fitter, look better? It's not possible. That's why quantity is so important too. You must have the quality plus the quantity. For maximum results, you must deny anybody else's opinion and belief in only quality, and to make sure that you look insane working for your dreams, working for your goals, looking at your computer for 15 hours, 20 hours a day. I don't care if you don't get sleep. I don't care if I don't get sleep. Sometimes I don't get sleep. It's not healthy. I get it. But I only get 24 hours a day. And if I waste my time, I feel like a complete loser. I feel defeated. I don't want to go to sleep. If I could, I would stay up all day long, working for my goals, working for my dreams. I'm not tired yet. You think I'm tired? Truthfully, your body's not tired. That's your mind that's speaking. Most of the time, you're not tired either. Yet you go to bed and you sleep on time. You're not hungry, yet you go and get that meal and eat it anyways. You're not thirsty. You're not deprived of anything. Yet you follow the same consistent routine, the 9 to 5, the consistent meals, the consistent sleep, and you expect anything to change in your life. It's not possible. When you're living the same routine over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to get the same results over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's simple, really. But most people think that they're deserving, that they're entitled to success, that they're entitled to their goals, that they're entitled to their dreams. They have that confidence. Everybody in modern America has that confidence that they're entitled to something. You're not entitled to anything. Nobody owes you anything. The world doesn't owe you debt. The world doesn't owe you anything. Matter of fact, you probably owe the world. You probably owe God a lot of things. Your parents a lot of things. Your bloodline a lot of things. You probably owe yourself a lot of things. You should have been stronger. You should have been more consistent. You should have been working harder. You should have been doing this and that and this and that, but you didn't. And now you're looking at yourself. I'm 18 years old, and I still feel like I'm wasting my time. I still feel like I'm wasting my time when I spend most of my time isolated and working and working and working, yet I still think that I'm not doing enough. Because hardworking people think that they're lazy. But lazy people think that they're hardworking. And it's as simple as that. I will never, ever, ever satisfy my mind. Never satisfy myself. Because I always think that I need more. Even if I somehow get rich, somehow get successful, I don't know if I'll ever be fulfilled. That's a question people always ask. But the only real fulfillment is in God. That's another topic to talk about, but it's in God, all right? You don't put anybody else and anything in life above God, and then your life gets better. But the success will come with God. But you can't deny that you have to work for it, that you have to literally go insane. People are going to think that you're a narcissist, that you're self-absorbed, that you're selfish, and that's a good thing, because if you don't have haters, that must mean you're doing something wrong. Haters mean that you have proof of evidence that you're doing something in life, that you're not just nobody, that you're not just a person laying around and floating on this planet like nothing's happening. Most people don't have anything happening for themselves. And that's why they want to poke and push and entangle themselves in other people's business. Just like me, man. But I can't accept that. I don't accept that. Because I know that my journey, my goals, my dreams, my visions, every single thing that I'm doing today is going to pay off. It's been paying off. Hell, people don't see what I'm doing because I keep things silent. I like it that way. I don't need to tell you what I'm doing. I don't need to tell you where I'm going. I don't need to tell you how good I'm doing, how bad I'm doing, my personal struggles, relationship struggles, money struggles. Most of the time, I don't have any problems. Most of the time, I do have problems and I will never tell anybody, because keeping your life quiet is the only way you'll make sure that you can get to where you want to go without any obstruction, without any people telling you or asking you, are you seriously okay? What does it matter if I'm okay or not? If my situation is not okay? What does it matter that I tell you that I'm not okay? What does it matter? You're not going to fix my situation. You're not going to come here and help me. That's the thing. Nobody's going to come save you. Hard work is the literal pinnacle of existence that you're on this planet for. And that you got to make sure that even if you're a dishwasher, that you don't give up on the dishwashing. That you don't give up on the task. And that is how you separate yourself from average people to great people. From average people